Coming up on Chicago Bears Now, my name is Harrison Graham. The Bears have signed an undrafted free agent to a 3-year contract. We'll tell you who that is and if he can have an impact. Also, Rome Odunze says there's no limit to the Bears' potential on offense. And Matt Eberflus reveals why the Bears took Rome Odunze with the number 9 overall pick. Lots to come here on today's episode. But listen, we are almost there. Our next milestone is within shouting distance. We're 96 subs away from 93,000 here on Bears Now. Y'all support has been amazing. I appreciate it. Let's keep the ball moving. If you've already subscribed, share the channel with a friend. If you haven't, join the family. Give us a chance. We are 100% free. Daily Bears content. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button. All right, HBCU Sports with the news that Howard University running back Ian Wheeler has officially signed a 3-year, $2.83 million contract with the Chicago Bears as a UDFA. And I was talking to my guy Tom Downey here at Chat Sports, and I was like, is this abnormal for a UDFA contract? He said no, all UDF deals are 3 years. That's pretty standard. Minimum contracts are in that like $900,000 range per year. So the money adds up. Basically, very little of it will be guaranteed. So if he doesn't make the team, it's not like the Bears are on the hook for $3 million against the salary cap or something like that. So we knew about Wheeler after the draft. He has now officially inked his deal. And I did want to dive into him a little bit more. Like, is he a player we should keep an eye on throughout training camp? And starting with rookie minicamp this weekend. You look at his college stats, 5-year player, 42 career games. Not jaw-dropping numbers. Did it have good yards per carry there at over 6 yards per carry, over 1,100 yards, only 177 carries in college. Had a receiving touchdown in addition to his 14 rushing touchdowns. I think what intrigues me about him is his kick return ability. In college, he had 52 kick returns for over 1,300 yards, 3 of them for touchdowns, a long of 96. He is dynamic as a kick returner, and that could pay dividends in his chances of pushing for a roster spot. In terms of who this guy is, what his background is, from Houston, Texas, went to St. Thomas High School down in H-Town. He went to Howard University, HBCU, 5'11", 205 pounds. So he's got decent size as well. And this new kickoff rule where there's going to be way more kickoff returns, it gives him a shot. If he can show you something on other special teams units and maybe the ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, maybe he has a chance. I think for sure a practice squad candidate. I don't know if for some reason the Bears do move off of Khalil Herbert, if they do decide to trade him because they want Roschon to be RB2, maybe he competes with Travis Homer for RB3. Who knows? It's an uphill climb. There's a lot of depth and competition right now at running back, but with the special teams impact, especially returning the football, he at least has a puncher's chance. Now, who is your favorite Bears undrafted free agent this year? Let me know in the comment section. Mine is Keith Randolph Jr., the defensive tackle out of Illinois. I think he's got the best shot to make the roster. He got a nice little bonus of like $225,000 as well. The Bears threw him some guaranteed money. So you let me know who it is for you. I'm going to go with Keith Randolph. No limit. That's what Rome Odunze says, as he and the Bears have high expectations for this offense this year. Here's what he told ESPN. He said, especially with Caleb Williams throwing the ball, there's so many different avenues of the offense that we can explore, especially with the wide receiver core with such versatile receivers. There's no limit to what we can do. I'm super excited to get into the playbook and unlock the master plan that they're going to have for us. And look, on paper, which is all we have right now, this team could be loaded. I mean, you've got Caleb Williams, who's extremely talented, hasn't played in the NFL yet, so it's a projection, but all the tools are there. You got the 3-headed monster at receiver, DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, Keenan Allen, DeAndre Swift, Khalil Herbert, 2 very capable running backs, Roschon in that room as well, 2 very good tight ends, Cole Kmet and Gerald Everett. The potential of this offense is massive, but that's all it is right now, is potential. I'm excited about it, but I'm trying to not be over the top excited about it. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be. That doesn't mean I won't get there. Believe me, I am extraordinarily excited. I just don't want to, hop on this show and be like, this is going to be a top 3 offense in the NFL. I mean, these things still take time. And coming up next, I've got 3 big questions about the offense heading into this season. So I think if these 3 questions can be answered in a positive way, then this offense could be really, really, really good, which is very, very exciting. Appreciate Mando for sponsoring today's episode of Chicago Bears Now Listen. Baseball season is here. No one likes a foul ball. We all like home runs and dingers, but you don't want that buddy that smells terrible. You all know who it is in your friend group. If you don't know who it is, it's probably you. But that's okay. That's where Mando comes into play. Step up to the plate and take your personal hygiene more seriously with the Mando whole body deodorant. Developed by a doctor, this game-changing formula is safe for your entire body and knocks out odor like a champ. Mando is made with mandelic acid, which picks off odor at the source, keeping you fresh for up to 72 hours. Mando is available in solid sticks, invisible cream, body wash, cleaning bars, and deodorant wipes for on-the-go use. So don't let foul balls ruin your game. Switch to Mando and keep your body odor in fair territory. I got some of the body wash right here, which is absolutely fantastic. The deodorant is available. I love the invisible cream. Also, shopmando.com. That is shopmando.com. Use code CHAT. Get $5 off the starter pack, which is really going to have you covered for everything that you need. That link is in the comments and in the description. It's shopmando.com. Code CHAT gets you $5 off. All right, 3 big questions about the offense. Will Caleb Williams struggle early? And he is still a rookie. I think we need to mention that. Now, should the expectations be high? Yes. Caleb Williams himself said, why would I duck? I'm not going to duck. Like, he knows the expectations. He has a high standard for himself. But that doesn't mean that he's going to come out here and have the best rookie season of all time. Like, if he had close to what C.J. Stroud did last year in Houston, this team's going to be a playoff team. I mean, there's no question about that. I do expect there to be rookie moments at times. He'll probably turn the ball over a little bit more than he did in college throwing the ball because it's the NFL and he's got to figure out what he can and can't get away with. But with the infrastructure in place, with all those pieces, with the new coaching staff, which we'll talk about in a sec, I do expect overall success. I do think he'll be very, very good, but I'm not going to sit here and say he's going to be an all-pro as a rookie. Like, he is a rookie still. Like, it's rare for rookie quarterbacks to come in and be, top 5 at the position. Number 2, will Shane Waldren work? I like Shane Waldren a lot. I believe in Shane Waldren. I think he has a good track record. I think getting what he got out of Geno Smith the past couple of years is really impressive. He's worked with a lot of different quarterbacks. He likes to run the football as well. He uses different tight end sets. He's got every tool at his disposal within this offense and a talented young quarterback. So it's up to him to help develop this player in Caleb Williams, and it's up to him to design an offense that works for him and for everybody else. Like, yes, you have a lot to work with, but you still have to use the pieces properly, and that is up to Shane Waldren. And then number 3, how good is the offensive line? Maybe this is the biggest question of all. Like, the potential, again, to use that word, is absolutely there. Darnell Wright could take a massive jump this year and be, a high-level Pro Bowler. There's no question that's possible. He played really well for a rookie right tackle last year. Tevin Jenkins, when healthy, is, I think, a top 10 guard in this league. Braxton Jones has improved in each of his first 2 years at left tackle. If he takes another step, he's very, very solid. Nate Davis, if he can stay healthy and have a full offseason program, he can get back to being a good player. I think center is better with Ryan Bates and Coleman Shelton, but until we see it, we don't know. Can this be a top 15 unit? Like, I don't think you should expect this to be a top 5 or even a top 10 unit, but if this could be a top 15 group, top 20 at worst, I think you have enough talent around this offense that as long as it's not diabolical up front in terms of protecting your rookie quarterback, I think you're going to have success, but we got to see this group play together. They got to decide who the center is and all of that stuff, so we'll have to see how it all plays out. What is your biggest question about the Bears offense? I just went through mine 3. Can Caleb hit the ground running? Will he struggle early on as a rookie? Is Shane Waldren the right guy? Is he going to work? And how is this offensive line? How is it going to play? What is your biggest question about the offense? I would probably say the offensive line. I think there's still questions there. But I want to hear from what you guys think. And then lastly, Matt Eberflus revealing why the Bears took Rome Odunze at number 9. Now, there's a lot of chatter going into the draft. Is Flus going to push for a defensive lineman? And ultimately, they did take Rome. Here's what he had to say to Kay Adams on Up and Adams. Yesterday, he said, we were going to take the best player there at number 9, and we felt that Rome was that. There's nothing wrong with having more talent. And this is a simple and smart approach. You're still a football team that's, you're close to being, at the end of this rebuild, but you're still rebuilding. You're still trying to acquire blue chip talent. Just take the best player. Unless the best player available at 9 was like a quarterback when you already took a quarterback, then yeah, that's different. But sometimes it's like, hey, wide receiver is a premium position. Is it your top need? No, but it's still a need. You don't know what's going to happen with Keenan Allen after this year. Just take Rome Odunze. Like, taking Byron Murphy over Rome Odunze on paper would have been insane. He is not the same caliber prospect as Rome. Now, maybe he'll have a better career. Who knows? But I think this is more evolution for Matt Eberflus. Like, hey, you're the head coach. You're not just the defensive coordinator. Like, you need to add blue chip players. And I think something I'm starting to learn, and I think we've known this for a while, especially with Ryan Poles, but with Eberflus now too, he's been a little more open and candid the last several months, is like, when they say stuff, they're usually pretty honest. Ryan Poles and Eberflus both said leading up to the draft, hey, we want to get a blue chip player. We want to take a really good player there. We're going to get a good player there. And everybody was like, maybe they'll go defensive line, or maybe they'll take a tackle, which I think if it was Joe Alt, they could have, but he didn't get there, obviously. They kind of told you, hey, if there's a player in this top tier that's available, we're going to take him. And people on the outside kind of knew, like, Rome Odunze's in that tier, and they took that player. So it's smart, it's good process, and they kind of told us what they were going to do. So maybe we should listen moving forward. All right, I'm Harrison Graham, Jam Pack Show. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you want more content, hit that subscribe button. We will be back tomorrow, so see you then. Bear down.